So with that, I just want to say a warm welcome to all the delegates from the 18th International Conference on Design Principles and Practices. We have both English and Spanish language delegates attending this conference. The English language delegates, we have about 181 180, well, to be exact, 181 delegates participating, with 81 of those being online only and 100 in person. And interestingly as well, we have 181 pieces of digital media uploaded. So that means we sort of have one representing each person there. If everyone's presenting, and some have uploaded a couple and some are audience passes, but we also have over just on 50 delegates for the Spanish language portion of the conference, as well as just over 50 pieces of digital media uploaded for those as well. So that's great. I hope that some of you are able to get there to Spain to participate in person, and those who aren't, maybe we could just live vicariously through them and, you know, eat some ham and cheese and bread or something until to make up for it. What I'll do is I will go ahead and call your name, and you unmute and tell me a little bit about yourselves. Please correct me if I mispronounce your name. I want to be able to pronounce it correctly, so no worries there. Please do that. And my first tile is Taryn. Taryn, are you able to unmute?
Hi, everybody. I'm a little bit jet lagged. We actually touched down in Spain this afternoon. So it's wonderful to be here in Valencia, and we're so excited. So thank you so much to everybody for having us. We're looking so forward to the upcoming conference. So I am a visual communication lecturer and designer and illustrator at Nelson Mandela University in the Eastern Cape in South Africa. So this is actually my third Design Principles and Practices conference. So I'm happy to be back again. And my colleague, Professor Beshni Mudli, and myself are co-presenting a paper on Tuesday afternoon. I think it's at 1500 hours 40. We co-presenting on digital archiving in humanities, and one of our student projects, yes.
So in the chat, I've just put the link to your presentation page.
Thank you.
And it does say 3:40 on Tuesday. So you're in the ground floor there for in the Salon de Grados. Forgive my Spanish is not great. And I can see that you've uploaded your digital media there. So that anyone who clicks on that link, you could go ahead and press the blue follow button and follow along. I'll show you a little bit more about how to use that in just a minute after we introduce ourselves. So Kalina, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, yes, I'm Kalina Sells. I'm in Nashville, Tennessee in the United States. Associate professor and chair of the Department of Art and Design at Tennessee State University. I'm doing an asynchronous online session on unveiling Black feminist design, exploring identity and creativity in Black hairstyling. And so I'm really excited about that. This is my first Design Principles and Practices conference. And so, there we go. So thank you. I did have a question, but I'll wait till the end to ask that about just the digital thing. But
no worries, I'll be happy to answer that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kalina, and welcome to the Design Principles and Practices conference. It's a great group of interdisciplinary people, so I think you'll have a good time. So my next rectangle tile is Mark. Mark?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes.
Mark Fikevich, yes. Hello, everyone. Afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are. Welcome. Yeah, I'm Mark Fikevich. I am professor, coordinator of the graphic design program at University of Northern Colorado here in the States. And actually, I'm supposed to be sitting there in Spain, but Lufthansa had different plans for me. I don't know if you are aware, but Lufthansa is on strike. 2 days before I was ready to fly, I got a memo saying that my flight was canceled. So it is cost prohibitive for me to make it there in time. So I'm all ready to go live, but I am not ready to go asynchronously. So I have some questions about that.
Yeah, no problems.
And it is ironic because my talk is entitled Crafting the Intangible, Formal Considerations for Virtual Environments, and it's about tangible experiences versus virtual experiences. So somehow I've got thrown into the ether world. And I'm sitting here and snowing, so I'll share that with you all.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mark. That sounds terrible. I actually didn't know Lufthansa was having a strike.
I didn't either.
Yeah. But you know what? Another time you'll be able to come. Next year, the conference is in Singapore, so maybe you can adventure
look
down
forward
to
to that.
Singapore for that conference, and then hopefully the airline. But I'm happy to answer any questions about the asynchronous portion of this. We'll go through that in just a moment.
Thank you.
My next tile is Tao. Tao.
Yes, this is Tao. Sorry, I'm in the library right now, waiting for my flight to go to Valencia. Just like sales, I am actually from Tennessee. I'm the chair of the Department of Art and Design at East Tennessee State University. So I'm trained as a designer. This is my second design principles and practice conference. My first one is more than 10 years ago. It was in Chicago. I was one of the keynote speakers, so I'm very happy to be back.
Fantastic.
And my question, I think my moderator is Taryn. Yes, and it should be on the Wednesday, either Tuesday or Wednesday.
It is. It's on the 12th, and I can see it's at 11:05. So I can see you've uploaded your PDF there and you're all ready to go. So anyone who's following along online is welcome to download that PDF now and have a look and read more about the presentation as well as follow the presentation. So safe travels.
Thank you.
Jillian, you're my next tile.
Hi, lovely to see everyone here. Unfortunately, I'll not be in Valencia with you all, those that are going, but I have an asynchronous presentation. I'm based in Edinburgh and I teach at Edinburgh College of Art. And I trained as an architect and I've been working as a lighting practitioner, but I also teach all our design students lighting effects and lighting atmospheres. So my talk's about that, and it's just looking at different formats and how changing between formats can change how you learn. So I hope you'll be able to tap into that, and I'm really looking forward to accessing all the others that are available too. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, Jillian. And I can see you've uploaded your video and your digital media and all that type of stuff. So that's fantastic. I think everyone will start getting in there over the next couple of days and you'll have some great comments in the discussion board.
Yeah, super. Thank you.
My next tile is it Jorge? Alfonso? Hi.
Hola. Disculpe, soy un poco mal. Estoy en Valencia. ¿Puedo hablar en español, por favor?
Sorry, I don't speak Spanish. This is the English session.
Okay.
Forgive me.
Okay, next.
Next person. One thing I will do is I can and can do is try and find your presentation for those people who would like to follow along. So I'll do that in just one moment. Gabriella?
Good morning. My name is Gabriela. I'm an architect and I'm studying my master's in graphic design in Mexico in the University of Monterrey. And this is actually my first Congress, and my director encouraged me to actually send my thesis project, which is about technologies emerging and how it can be applied in graphic design.
Fantastic. And so I can see that you have your presentation here and you've got your video uploaded and everything like that. So you're all ready to present at the conference. So it's great that you're able to present your thesis so that so everyone can watch that and have some good feedback there.
Thank you.
So my next tile is Omaya. Forgive me. Please, and also please correct me.
Yes, good day, everyone. It's Umayma, a little bit long. It's a pleasure to be here present in this conference. So my name is Umayma Al-Azhari. I'm a PhD candidate at Sapienza University of Rome, Faculty of Planning, Design, and Technology of Architecture, under the curriculum of Product Design. So I'm looking forward for the rest of this conference to gain knowledge and value for my own thesis work, which is in the field of new crafts.
Fantastic. And are you presenting at the conference or just attending as an audience member?
To clarify, I'm an attendee.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss your
so
presentation.
no link for me.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure is all mine.
My next tile is Gizem or Erin.
Hello, everyone. Yes, it's Gizem. Nice to meet you. I am from Turkey, from Eskişehir Technical University, Industrial Design Department. I will attend in a asynchronous online session. I won't be able to attend face-to-face because of some issues. My topic is circular design strategies in Turkey from industrial designers' perspective, which is a developing country, a bit different from European countries. So circular design strategies may be a bit different from there. I will discuss about their opinions. I haven't uploaded the digital materials, but soon I will put them there.
No worries, we still have time.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. My next tile is it Bilge?
Hello, everyone. My name is Bilge Can.
Bilge, forgive me, sorry.
It's okay. I'm an architect and also a research assistant from Turkey. I work at Yıldız Technical University as a research assistant, and I am also a PhD candidate at Istanbul Technical University in architectural design. This is my first design principles and practices conference, and my flight is tomorrow. Yes, this is from my PhD topic. It is mostly theoretical around the concept of autonomy and its potential in modern architecture and design. I guess that's all.
Thank you.
And
nice to meet you. My next tile is Manuela. Manuela, are you able to unmute and say hello? Maybe Manuela is not able to unmute. I've received a little message from Naz too that she is driving. And so I'll just go put you on the spot, Joe. You've just entered the meeting for the online welcome. And what we're doing is we're going tile by tile and introducing ourselves, just saying a little bit about if we're an in-person or online only delegate, and and a little bit about your presentation at the conference if you're presenting. And I'll put your presentation page in the chat so that everyone can follow along. So did you want to just say a few words of hello?
Hi everybody. I won't be presenting at the conference and I'll just be attending online, but work as a service designer within British Telecoms, BT, for those who live in the UK. Yeah, look forward to the next few days.
Thanks, Joe. Sorry to put you on the spot like that. My next tile, who's someone who's also just entered, and is Sarah. Sarah, are you there?
Yes, hello, I'm sorry.
Hi,
Sorry,
nice to meet
معلش.
you.
Thank you, nice to meet you too.
Are
Oh,
you presenting at the conference?
excuse me, my connection is really weak and I couldn't open my camera.
No worries, no
Mm,
worries. I won't put you too much on the spot there. We'll just say
thank
hello
you.
and welcome. So what I'm going to do now is I'll share my screen. Maybe one of you can give me a thumbs up that you can see it. And we'll just go through a little bit about what we need to do to engage in the conference, how to engage in the microsite and things like that. So there are a couple of, thanks for the thumbs up, I appreciate it. There are a couple of different ways that you can enter the microsite. One thing is all the links that we've been sending you in all the emails. So like the email to this Zoom link and things like that now, you would have probably ended up there. This is the direct link that I've just put in the chat. You can also go there by clicking on this CGScholar Event Microsite button that's on the Design Principles and Practices page right there. That'll take you directly to the About page, which is the one that I just put in the chat as well. Before I just go through this, one thing I do want to make sure is you must be logged in, right? So if you don't see your name in the top right of the page, you're not going to be able to access anything. You're not going to be able to see you're not going to be able to see any of the digital media or access it. Sort of a secondary part to that is if you have more than one CGScholar account, it has to be the account that's linked to your registration. So the digital media is not open to anyone. It's open to everyone who's registered for the conference. And so if you're not logged in and you're not logged into the right account, then you're not going to be able to see that. I am going to put our support email in the chat right now. So if you have any trouble logging in, you've forgotten your password, something as simple as that, it takes us 2 minutes to reset it and send it along to you. So no worries if you have any troubles, just please send us an email. Another thing I do want to do before I go through this microsite is click on this community page here. This community page will take you to two places. First of all, it shows your profile. And secondly, it'll show the communities that you're a member of. Firstly, for the profile, please update your profiles. So when you go down, you can go down to your name in this sort of golden yellowish bar here and click profile and update all your account settings there. If you want to sort of do it an easier way, maybe with less click-throughs, you can just go here and go down to account settings right there. Now, each one of you, by registering for the conference, will be a member of the Design Principles and Practices community. You can see that I'm a member of many different communities here, so I'll just scroll down to the design, if I can see it, scroll down to the design one here. That's sort of a hub of information. We upload different things there, like events coming up. They might be individual book events. It might be information about the upcoming conference or special things of note, like special events that are happening in there. You can see other members of the community there, the upcoming events, as well as a link to the publications. So this sort of acts as a bit of a hub to everything Design Principles and Practices. So I strongly encourage you to update your profile because everywhere it appears in the program, it will be hyperlinked to that profile page. So if someone clicks on your name in the event schedule, that's where they'll end up and that's what they'll see. Please do update that if you can. Now, what I'm going to do is to get back to the microsite, there's many ways that you can go. So you can click on event here and click on the conference there, or you can go down and go to your events that way and get to the conference via that microsite. Sorry, I've got too many windows open and it's raining here in central Illinois, so maybe the internet's being a little bit slow. I do want to say when you go down to your events, it will take you to this page. It will show your proposal number, your registration number, and this is also where you can download your receipt. Once the conference is finished, there will be a download button here where you can download your letter of participation in the conference. That'll just be a quick, handy way to get there from that. I'll click the title here and we're back at this About page. Now, this about page has just a lot of different information about the conference, including hyperlinks to the annual themes and special focus. It also takes you to the book imprint and the journals, but perhaps most importantly for now, you can access the e-program. Everything I'm saying in this sort of session now is in this e-program. So it's sort of a quick PDF download that includes an overview of the conference, a bit about the themes, information about our fantastic emerging scholars, the journal collection, but right here at the end, sorry, I'm going to scroll quickly, is information about how to access the conference online, so the microsite user guide. So if I've talked too quickly, which I tend to do, and you don't want to rewatch the video, which I am going to upload after this, you can download this PDF via the about page and sort of use that as a resource to come back to if you need any help there. From there, mine says submit a proposal. If you have a presentation, an accepted proposal for this conference, this will not say submit a proposal, it will say your proposal. And this will be the link to your presentation page. So those links that I was putting in the chat before, those are your presentation pages. At the bottom of that page is where you will not only upload your digital media, but where you will see everyone else's digital media at the bottom of their presentation page. So importantly, all online only parallel sessions are asynchronous, meaning they rely on a digital media upload as the form of presentation. There is a discussion board attached to that for conversation, and I'll show you how to use that in just a minute. We do also ask our in-person delegates to upload digital media to create a richer experience for the online-only delegates. We also upload sessions like this one and the plenary sessions so that you can engage that way by watching those plenary sessions and then asking questions in the discussion afterwards. I'll go into this a little bit more as we move through. Your registration is exactly what it sounds like. It's information about your registration. Mine might look different to yours, but this is where you can download the receipt and get all that information. I'll skip this presentations tab for just 1 minute, because I want to go in a little bit more detail there, and I'll just show you that this special events tab is where you can sign up for things like the conference dinner, online sessions, the design challenge, and things like that. So that's where you go ahead and do that. You just have to add your quantity and click the button at the bottom of the page. Now the presentations page. Sorry, the rain has stopped, but I don't know if everything's a little bit soggy here. Yeah, so the presentation page is one way to access the presentations in the conference. Another way is through the event schedule. So firstly, this following tab will be unique to your profile. So when I said before in the that you can click on people's the blue follow button in people's presentations, presenter pages, when you press that blue button, that presentation will then appear on this tab. You might choose different presentations to follow than I would. I might be interested in following presentations only related to the special focus, where you might be interested in another theme of the conference. So once you follow them, this tab will be unique to your profile and your interests. Featured. Featured presentations are our fantastic emerging scholars. We have a great emerging scholar program. These emerging scholars are from all over the world. They're both in person and online only. They're largely presenting at the conference, both in person and online only, and they will also be moderating the sessions. We like to feature our emerging scholars and make sure everyone is able to follow along with them in their presentations. So those are the ones that are featured there on that tab. By theme. Say I'm only interested in the special focus, I can just look at the presentations related to that special focus. If I scroll down and I'm only interested in design education, you can go ahead and just view all the presentations that are linked to that theme. So that's sort of exactly what it sounds like. By type. Say, for example, I'm only interested in poster sessions. I'm going to scroll down and find the poster sessions here. And I'm just going to go and follow along with those. Maybe we don't have any poster sessions and we've got a lot of themed paper presentations for this conference. Going to scroll. There they are, right? So say, for example, I'm only interested in workshops. I'm only interested in poster sessions. I only want to look at the themed paper presentations. You can do that where they're divided up by the different types. Alphabetical is exactly what it sounds like, but it's alphabetical according to the title, which is sort of contradictory, and confusing, but hopefully you can find. The idea is here that if you remember the sort of idea of the presentation and the title of the presentation, that you can find it that way too. There is also a handy search function. So if you remember the person's name, let's just use you, Mark, as an example. We can go ahead and search, and oh, I put the space afterwards to confuse things. Is it not going to work now? There we are. We can go ahead and find Mark's presentation there, because I confused the system because I put a space after his name. So you can go ahead and do that. If you have the title, you can do that there too. I'll jump over to the schedule now. And just go into a little bit more detail about all the things that are going to happen throughout the days of the conference over the next few days. Here we are in the online welcome and training session. You can click on the title of any of these presentations to give you more details. I will upload the video of this presentation here afterwards. So if you leave for some reason and you have a question, you can go ahead and ask it in the discussion board by clicking on either on that discussion or on this join the discussion button at the bottom. Or you can email that support at email address that I put in the chat before. We do, right after this, have a featured book talk. The Zoom details for that are in this, when you click on the title there. Once again, everything's recorded. So the video will be uploaded here afterwards. If you have another meeting now and you want to come back to it over the weekend, you can go ahead and do that and ask a question in the discussion board there as well. I'll move into day one of the conference, which is actually Sunday, because we have to list the tour somewhere so that everyone knows. If you've signed up for the tour, you can click on the title there and the details. But then we move into the first day here. For those attending in Valencia, you can go to the conference registration at 8 a.m. Details are here in the when you click on the title, as I said before. We have the conference welcome and opening, which will be recorded and then uploaded, as will all the plenary sessions. We then have the talking circles, which is a nice informal session based around the themes of the conference. We do have an online only talking circle that I believe is going to be on Wednesday next week, unless I'm getting my days confused. But please check the event schedule so that you can get the Zoom link for that. Then we move into these sessions here. As you can see, this panel is called Learning and Leading. And then I'm going to use this one as an example. And then we have 4 20-minute presentations in parallel sessions in that. I can go ahead and click on the title of the panel, and that will give me the abstracts for each one of the presentations. And actually, this is a great example because I can see everyone, although they're in-person delegates, have also uploaded their digital media. If you have a View Digital Media button next to your title, that means that they've uploaded digital media. So you could go ahead and click on that button, scroll to the bottom of the page and click on that PDF there. One thing to note is that the discussion boards are for the panel, not for the individual presentations. So I highly strongly advise that when you comment in the discussion boards, make reference to the specific paper that you're asking a question about. Otherwise, or if you're making a connection between two different papers, they have been themed together for a reason. So maybe you're making a connection, but refer to them so that the presenters sort of know who is being talked to then. So then we move down to the other sessions here. These are the in-person sessions. I'll move over to the online only tab. This is where the online only asynchronous sessions live. Like the in-person sessions, they're also themed. So we can see here that educational elements is themed, and we have, I think, 5 presentations in here. By clicking on the title, I can go ahead and see all the abstracts. I'm going to use Peggy as an example. So if Peggy, you're watching this video, I apologize in advance. I'll click on the on her name there. And like I said before, the reason why it's important to update your profile information is because it does take, I picked a great example, is because it does take you to this profile page. If I'm interested now, interested in connecting with Peggy, I can go ahead and add her as a peer. That will enable me to send her messages and follow along with her updates and her work. Say, for example, I now want to watch this presentation, view the digital media. I'll follow that. and then go ahead and watch the video and the PDFs there. Now, if I want to ask a question about this presentation, I can go ahead and click join the discussion at the bottom of the presentation page. Keeping in mind that this is the discussion board for the panel, educational elements. That's why it sits here at the top. I can get back to all the presentations by clicking on that presentations tab there. Because I've now, one thing to note is that if you comment in a discussion board and someone responds underneath your comment, you will receive an email. You don't need to be sitting in the discussion boards, sort of waiting around for a response. We're all in different time zones. International, it's 3 a.m. in Australia, you know, all this type of stuff. So we don't want you waiting around in discussion boards for a response. You will receive an email from info@scholar.com saying someone has responded to your comment. One thing also to note is that by clicking on the title of this presentation, each presentation page has a number of engagements. Those are the people who have engaged with the site. Maybe they've watched your digital media, maybe they've read the abstract, clicked on your profile page. So that's sort of a useful piece of data there. You can see now that I'm following that presentation. So back when I go to the presentations tab now, that should appear on my first tab. And so that I can quickly go back and access it and see if anyone else has made a comment, or if I want to review the digital media again, I can do that. One thing to note as well is that, like I said before, we do have a number of almost 50 Spanish language delegates. If you are interested, you can go ahead and click this sort of show tab here and flick over to the Spanish language sessions. There's a number of Spanish language online sessions that you could go ahead and follow and click. And then if you find yourself there, to get back, just click back over to the English ones. I feel like I've got a little bit quickly, and perhaps I know a few of you have questions about digital media. So maybe what you can do is raise your hand or unmute and ask those questions, and I can make sure that you have all the information you need. Kalina?
Hi, yes, thank you. I have not uploaded my presentation, and my question is, I couldn't find a firm deadline on that, and I feel like I'm behind.
Yeah,
I'm fearful
okay, so
that
it is overdue, but
Okay.
we give it a due date. But please know that you can upload it until like the actual day of the first day of the conference. We sort of give a due date because the only problem is that we review all the digital media. And when you upload it, you'll receive an email that you've uploaded it, and then once it's been reviewed, you'll also receive an email saying it's been accepted. We have to watch and view all the pieces of digital media just in case someone uploads a water bill or something as a PDF, you know. And it's happened before. But you have until really the first day of the conference. At this point in time, we're actually sort of constantly looking at the digital media uploads to make sure that no one misses out just because they're waiting for us to review it. We're sort of constantly reviewing it. So you have time really until Sunday, I would say, is the final deadline.
Okay, thank you so much.
And just please email us at support if you're have any trouble uploading it or anything like that. So if in terms of embedding videos, if you want to do that, if you upload to YouTube or Vimeo, you can get the embed code and put it in there. If you just have a video that you want to upload as an MP4, you can just upload that and it'll open in a different window. You can upload a PDF. A PowerPoint with a voiceover is pretty good. Sometimes, a lot of the time we have people who open a Zoom meeting with themselves and present and sort of record that way, which is pretty actually nice because you can sort of see the visual person and the PowerPoint at the same time. So if you have any problems with that, please let us know.
Thank you.
Any other questions? And I think you had a question, Mark, about getting yourself all sorted since you've got this sort of surprise asynchronous session now.
Yeah. I've battled my whole life to not do asynchronous lecturing.
I know. I heard you before.
It seems I've lost the battle. So I have my presentation is set up for face-to-face. So it's essentially a slide visual presentation where I would, chat and lecture along. So I have to translate it to something that can be digested without my presence. And I guess I up front had a question: is there any opportunity for virtual or synchronous kinds of activity?
Let's you and I stay on this meeting after everyone's gone, and perhaps we can figure out something so you don't have to sort of compromise too much, since there's a spanner been thrown in the works here.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Taryn, do you have another question?
Hi, yes, sorry, it's not actually to do with the running of the conference itself. I just wanted to find out that fellow delegates are also here in Valencia. Just wanted to know, where do we meet for the San Jose cave tour?
For the tour that's on Sunday.
Yes, where do we all meet?
I will put the link in the chat so that you can see all the details there. You will also receive an email. Everyone who's signed up for the tour will receive an email with those details. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the chat. I've got too many windows open now. So it should be in there. If it's not, you'll also receive an email. Let me just send a message. Thanks, Taryn. I can see there's some other questions in the chat that I'm trying to get to. Oh, see you later, Kalina. she's gone. So are there any other questions? Okay, so with that, please remember that you can email support@cgnetworks.org at any time. We're checking it as much as we can, trying to make sure that your digital media is there. If there's any issues, please let us know. We can upload on your behalf. We can, reset passwords and all that type of stuff. But with that, I'm going to say, I hope you have a great few days in Valencia and online. And welcome from me, and please get in there, watch the digital media, follow those sessions, and